Hello and welcome.
Whoa, wait, Eric, that's my job. Hey, hello and welcome to Stage 4 of the United States Grand Prix for Real Racing 3. In this one, you can totally blow your engine without warning. It used to be you'd get some warning sounds. I didn't hear any this time. So you can't just drive this one flat out, and you don't have to win. However, I want to. I want to win. I want to win every single race I can. So I'm going to push this really hard. I'm going to try to get to the lead immediately, and then it should be easier for me to manage the lead because you do need to find places where you can coast. That's how you save from your engine overheating, is you got to get out of the throttle early. There's just too many long runs at COTA to stay full throttle the whole time like this, or to even drive it normally. Like, yes, I have a braking point here. It's extremely short relative to the amount of time I was full throttle. But already you can see I've already got a decent lead. So at the end of this, I anticipate being, yeah, there we go. It already went yellow. I'll get out of the throttle very early, and then I can just keep my eyes. Like here I'm just coasting, no brakes. Didn't touch the brakes there. And really didn't hurt my lead very much. Engine temperature is just nice. At this point, I could maybe just nail it full throttle for the rest of this run. But I don't want to fail this stage again, because I already failed it once by pushing it. I just wanted to see. As you now see, there's really no worries if you just find a couple of lifting points. Like, you can get pretty close to blowing up without actually blowing up. So there we go. I won that race again. That was not a requirement, but I decided I wanted to win the race. Then the narrative gets funny. Push up to position 4. I think you mean push back, because I was in position 1. But we'll see. Now this one, I couldn't win this one. So what I did, my first attempt, is I caught up to 4th place and immediately passed him because I was hunting down 1st place. You can't do that. The field is just spread way too far out. Now maybe if you maximize this tuning and have a max driver in principle, maybe that would work. Or if you just had more tuning than I did. Or if you're just better than I am. But I couldn't do it. So I've got to catch up to this fellow and get my drafting in. And again, it goes by extremely quickly, so nothing to worry about there. And after that, then we can dump them and just finish this race. So just don't smash into him a lot. It's really hard because this section we're going through here, they put so many braking points in there, and you don't need all of those braking points. That's why they are ridiculously slow. Regardless of the race, through this first section of Circuit of the Americas, you can get substantially ahead of the bots if you just make better use of braking points through that whole section. Like after turn 1 in these cars, let's see, I'm on the brakes 1, 2, 3 times before the next sharp hairpin. And they seem to have like 6 or 7 braking points. It's very ridiculous, but very good for us, very advantageous. But I'm guessing if you're using brake assist, you're probably getting all of those braking points. Maybe not with brake assist low, although even then, like at Hockenheimring, I still found that even with brake assist low, it adds some braking points where you don't actually need them. And that's the disadvantage of brake assist. But what I used to do back when I was running assists all the time is I used to actually turn it off for certain key braking points and then turn it back on. Okay, so this one, again, it's saying we have to get up to position 3. Now this time, I tried getting a little bit cheeky and taking out the bots. Even if you do it super carefully, you can't. Here, I'm trying to get him to nail the brakes. I don't want him on my inside as I head to this first corner. So I have a decent lead, but he's closing it quickly. But he seemed to, oh yeah, look at that. Because he's stuck in formation, he's substantially hammered on the brakes. So there we go, nothing to worry about there. But yes, you gotta be very clean. You can get away with an extreme minor amount of contact, but even if I do my careful tricks for how I do the pit maneuver on people when it says no damage, no, you can't do that here. I tried a few times and it just says, nope, instant fail. We really mean it. So they have cranked the sensitivity on this one. Now I still have, well, almost 2 laps to go. And you don't have to win this race. See, there you go. Very slight contact. You can see there a little bit of smoke came off the tires. I got away with that. I didn't mean to. But anyhow, I'm going to push it. I want to win. So watch. I shouldn't be able to gain on him so much. And I'm taking it easy. I'm trying to set up a nice overtake here. He could swing out and then hit me here. Oh, he didn't. Good. I hate it when they do that. And oops, that was bad. I wasn't sure where he was going to go. So I'm just watching. Okay. He's not gaining quickly at all. In fact, he's falling back. Good. Well, I should have no trouble getting the lead. And again, you don't have to. I'm doing it because I want to. And you get more earnings that way. So in the very last video, when I share all of my final earnings, you won't get the same earnings if you don't do the same thing. Meaning, if you're actually finishing 3rd or 5th or 7th when it says to, you won't earn as much as me, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. I'm not saying you have to, just saying what I am doing. So I have a nice overtaking zone here. I'm gonna, I didn't want to hit him. There we go. So the McLaren has superior top speed to the Mercedes. The Mercedes has superior acceleration, and so that was a bit of a drag race there. Not sure how well that would have worked if it was 2 equally matched cars. But I definitely had better drive off the corner, but then I had to tap the brakes a little bit just because he was kind of in my way, and I did not want to fail. So here we go, though. I'm not even pushing that crazy hard, and just look at that, the gain I was getting. So that's an area where you really, really can take advantage of those silly, silly bots. Okay. Well, looking like a pretty easy event so far, guys. Let me know how your time is going here, and if this is going easy for you. I haven't seen any stages that were a hang-up up to this point. And just, yeah, when you know this track, I mean, it's kind of a flowy track, but you certainly have some really sharp corners. It's an interesting track. You've got a couple of, let's see, 2 extremely sharp turns. Well, actually quite a few, more than 2. But 2 that are at the end of big speed runs. But then you have some flowy sections. It's a fun track. I like it. Okay, that one is done. And I like getting my first place finish. So, what do we have next? Okay, yes. This one was degrading tires. So place at least 3rd. This is more about defending your position, because you start this in 3rd place. Now here's what's very strange to me. Usually in a degrading tire event, when the tires get around, even 60%, you really start to feel it. And when it gets down to like 30%, oh man, you might as well not have tires and just have bare metal right on the track. But they've changed something. I am not finding it near that way this time around. That was my experience. So here I'm driving just like normal. Usually I wouldn't get too careful until I was about 75%. And the more you go off track, the faster your tires degrade. So you don't want to do that. You want to really avoid going off track, and you want to avoid skidding. Those 2 things will wear out your tires fast. In a stage where you're heating up tires, skidding builds up heat fast. But in degrading events like this, no, it is very bad. So I'm pushing pretty hard still. I want to win this race. I really, really want to win. So I'd love to get into the lead before my tires get much lower, so then it's easier to manage that lead. Now, let's see if I can get under him through this section. I don't think I can. No. I got to be careful here. I don't want to get a bunch of contact. Oh, there we go. Okay. Tires are definitely starting to fade. If you go back and look at that, you can see how fast tires degrade. Just as I started my slide, I was at 67%. In 2 seconds, I lost 10% of my tires. So when I was off track, it really fell. In fact, it was 68% before I started the slide, but it was due to turn 67. So I'm saying a 10% loss in 2 seconds of off track. So that's pretty intense. I don't know about this now. Even there, I'm being careful, and look how much I'm gaining on Hamilton. I thought I'd end up doing the pit maneuver on him to get the lead, but there we go. I took it clean. Oh, that's not a very good way to take a corner there. I started my turn far too early, so that just put me in a really bad position. You really can't do that at those hairpins because it makes it so that the exit of your corner is atrocious because you're having to get onto the throttle extremely late. But yeah, at this point, I'm not actually finding that the handling's all that bad. I'm not sliding all over the track. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if they purposely did something, but I'm finding that the handling is not near as bad as I was expecting for the tires to be this bad. So I'm going to be taking a break here because I'm going to be getting close to my daily limit, and there's no reason to really push this. So stage 5 will be up later. For people who are watching this later, you won't find that cap at all. But for people watching it now, there'll be a bit of a gap. If you like this video, please press like, please subscribe. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you are enjoying the event.